Welcome to Albany, Georgia. I'm Mary Linda Cotten. I'm a realtor at Caldwell Banker, Walden and Kirkland. And I'd like to take you on a tour of Albany, Georgia. Albany has so many unique landmarks. Albany is known as the Good Life City. So think of this, the name speaks for itself. So let's come on and enjoy the tour today. Our first stop is the Albany Area Chamber of Commerce. And today I'm with Catherine Glover, the CEO and President of the Albany Area Chamber of Commerce. Catherine, good morning. I would like to ask you about what the Albany Area Chamber of Commerce has to offer to our public, as well as information about Albany.
Well, thanks, Mary Linda, and thanks for being here. First of all, I would like everybody to know where we're located, and we are at 225 West Broad Ave, right downtown. We believe that a hearty downtown is vital to everything that we do. And we're right in the heart of all the development that's happening right now. So what do? For residents and visitors alike, we have a great lobby that is full of information on every business imaginable. And we encourage you to come on down between 8:30 and 5, Monday through Friday, to visit us. What we do? Well, we represent businesses. We represent businesses to the tune of about 1,200 companies and about 35,000 employees in the Albany area. We have services for those businesses which, number one, include being their voice. We have an advocate right on staff here who will represent the smallest of the largest businesses in issues that affect you most. Now, as far as the community, we help all of the folks here celebrate the great quality of life that we have in Albany. And there are so many things that we celebrate. Number one, we have hometown heroes to be proud of. We have Buster Posey, Dion Branch, Paula Dean, Nancy Lopez, Ray Charles, Ray Stevens, so many celebrities here. Now, with those celebrities, we also have some great opportunities to play and to learn. For instance, Nancy Lopez in golf. We have 6 golf courses within a 15-minute drive of one another, some of the most affordable golf courses in the United States.
Absolutely.
Many of them don't even have to have tee times. It's pretty cool. So we encourage you to use all the beauty that we have here naturally. If you're a new resident, come on into the chamber. We have things such as telephone books, tons of telephone books, resources for you that may include where do you get your lights turned on, where are the schools, and so on and so forth. Look to the chamber as a clearinghouse of information.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being with us today.
You're welcome. Thank you, Mary Linda.
We are now at River Aquarium, and I'm here with Scott Lair, the Executive Director of River Aquarium. Scott, share with us some things that are going on at River Aquarium.
I'd be glad to, Mary Linda. The River Aquarium is a 6-year-old environmental education center with a focus on the Flint River and her sister rivers, the Apalachicola and the Chattahoochee. Our exhibitions here deal with aquatic life, they deal with avian life, which are birds, and also with other faunal and floral materials. And the centerpiece of our exhibitions program is right behind us, Mary Linda, the Blue Hole, this 175,000 gallon man-made Blue Hole spring, which mimics the blue holes that are all throughout the river in this part of the state. You can see here comes a catfish coming right at us, a real photogenic catfish. Behind us, some striped bass and other species of fish, sturgeon, bowfin, etc. All of these call the Flint River home. They have for generations, for eons, and we're delighted to bring these to our visitors day in and day out. We see about 70,000 visitors a year. That would be children, adults, etc. They all come here to learn more about their river and the life that is sustained by the Flint River.
Well, thank you so much, Scott.
Thank you.
Welcome to Cheehaw Park. Today I'm here with Doug Porter, the Executive Director of Cheehaw Park. Doug, tell me a little bit about what Cheehaw Park has to offer.
We're very fortunate here to have this beautiful park. It's about 800 acres of property. It used to be a state park, so we have campgrounds, a lot of picnic areas, a lot of wide open space for people to come out and play. But we're also very proud to have one of only 2 accredited zoos in the state of Georgia. So we have like our rhino here behind us. We have cheetahs, meerkats, and it's just a very pleasant walk through the woods. It's a very wooded setting out here for our zoo, very different from what people experience in the big city zoos. Just a wonderful place. We have disc golf out in the park. We've got biking trails, walking trails, all for a very broad family experience for people to get out and enjoy nature.
And I notice you have an auditorium too, a convention center.
We do have an events building that we rent out for weddings, parties, receptions, that sort of thing. Very nice space. It's only about 6 years old, but we just recently remodeled it with new carpeting and new paint. So it's a very nice place for people to come out and enjoy.
Wow. Well, we want to invite you to come to Cheehaw Park and meet the rhino. We are now at the Theater of Albany. Theater Albany is housed in this lovely building built in 1850. Theater Albany hosts outstanding performances including Broadway shows, Broadway musicals, classical shows, contemporary shows, and even original performances. So come and enjoy this theater. Welcome to the Municipal Auditorium. This building was constructed around 1913, and it has hosted many personalities, artists, and performers from near and far. One of our unique features of Albany, Georgia is we have a wonderful Albany Symphony Guild. And our Albany Symphony has played here many times, and it's just such a treat to hear them. Welcome to the Albany Civic Center. Many performers and entertainers have performed here, as well as it's the home of the Panthers, the indoor arena football. We are now located at Thronatiska Heritage Center, and I am here with Executive Director Tommy Gregors. Tommy, tell me a little bit about your museum. I see a big bear back here.
Yeah, well, we're here at the History Museum. It's in the old 1913 train depot in downtown Albany. And the depot is located at the end of Albany's last remaining uncovered brick street. It's where the trolley used to run down here, and this was just a center of the community here. The trains with people coming and going in and out of the community. And this is one of the items in our collection that was a bear taken by Gil Barrett back in the 70s, and it's on display here, and it's something that people grew up with here in the community and like to come down and see. So we have a lot of collections that focus on Albany's history and the people and the places and the stories that we have here in our community.
And you also have a planetarium, so tell me.
Yeah. We have the only public planetarium in southwest Georgia, and it is the first planetarium installed with a high-definition projection system. It's full dome projection, it's state-of-the-art, surround sound. We have planetarium shows open to the public Thursday through Saturday here from 10 to 4, and just it's inside the Science Museum. In addition to that, we also have the railroad exhibit and trains here.
Wow. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Albany Civil Rights Institute. And I'm here with Lee Formwalt, and he is the executive director of this museum. Lee, share some things about this museum with us today.
Well, the Civil Rights Institute is designed to celebrate the accomplishments of a bunch of ordinary people in very extraordinary times in the early 1960s. That was a time of racial turmoil throughout this country, and some important developments happened right here in Albany, including several visits by Dr. Martin Luther King. And so we tell our visitors about those accomplishments, and we also talk about the Jim Crow era of the South that the civil rights activists were struggling to dismantle, because it's important to know what they were up against. And so we take them through and they learn about the various segregation statutes and so on, and then how these courageous individuals challenged the old regime and brought about significant change here and throughout the South.
Wow. And I see we have a Trailway bus. What's this all about?
Well, this represents the bus that the Freedom Riders took. There was a major freedom ride that went from Washington, D.C. to Jackson, Mississippi, starting in May of 1961, a few months before the Albany movement took off. And these individuals rode these buses to test the federal regulations requiring desegregation of interstate travel. What they found was that those federal regulations were being ignored, and they really put their lives on the line for these principles that people should be allowed to travel in dignity on public transportation.
Right. What are your hours at this museum?
We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 4. And when you come, you can get a guided tour, or you can tour the facilities on your own. We have an interactive exhibit area. And we have our most important artifact is the old Mount Zion Baptist Church, which has been restored to the way it was when Dr. King preached here in the early 1960s.
Okay, well thank you so much, Lee. I appreciate it
You're
so
most
much.
welcome.
We are now at the Albany Museum of Art, and I'm standing here with Nick Nelson. Nick, tell me a little bit about the museum and what it has to offer.
Well, the museum has been in Albany in one form or another since the 1960s. We started as the Southwest Georgia Art Association, and in 1983 we moved into our current location next to Darton College off Gilliamville. The museum holds really a wonderful and impressive collection of 19th and 20th century American and European art. Like one of the pieces that we have here is an artist named Francois Flameng, who's a French artist from the 19th century. We also have 20th century and contemporary art, art of all types for all types of art lovers. We also have one of the largest collections of sub-Saharan African art in the region that we have here at the museum. We have a large main gallery where we show temporary exhibitions, and these exhibitions range from all sorts of works, from modern work to 19th century works. And we also have some wonderful children's program and a wonderful, amazing space, which is an interactive gallery for kids. Some of our programs include our summer art camps. We also do lectures and classes, openings, and other events that have a more social feel. So we like to think we have something for everybody, from people who are interested in the scholarship and art history to people who just want to come and have a good time in a really beautiful setting.
Wow, this is a lovely place, and I notice you have a traveling exhibit right now showing in downstairs.
Yeah, the museum partners with other museums. Right now we're currently in a partnership with the High Museum of Art in Atlanta, and one of the exhibition that we have downstairs is titled The Indian Gallery of Henry Inman, which is some really interesting portraits of Native American leaders that was organized by the High Museum. So we like to think that we bring really wonderful art to the community as well.
Well, thank you, Nick, so much. Appreciate it.
This is our amazing space where we have numerous children's activities, hands-on activities for kids of both. And the wonderful thing about this is that all of the exhibits are related to our work in our permanent collection.
Wow. Thank you. Welcome to the Radiant Springs Gardens. It is one of the 7 natural wonders of Georgia. We are now at the Ray Charles Plaza in memory of Ray Charles, our hometown hero. You can hear him singing right now. Welcome to the Bridge House. The Bridge House was built in 1858 by Nelson Tift. In the center of this building was the archway to the bridge leading to the Flint River. On one side were the offices of Nelson Tift, and the other side was the toll taker. Today, it is the visiting center for Albany, Georgia. It is our welcome center. And I would like to invite you down to meet the people, and it hosts lots of information about Albany. I want to thank you so much for taking our tour today of Albany, Georgia. I'm Mary Linda Cotten, a realtor of Caldwell Banker, Walden and Kirkland, and we're on the move, and Cotten is your natural choice.